that was locked inside a box. Even Houdini would have trouble with that one. Peter Schronek is a photography expert. We asked him to examine images from the skull experiment and try to unlock one of its biggest mysteries.
As I understand it, the film was put into this box and locked away, and the exposure, the effect on the film, was supposed to have happened while the film was locked away in this box. And my first reaction was, this is an interesting manipulation. I assumed it was something that would have been done in the darkroom. It looks very similar to the kinds of distortions, collages, manipulations that people have done in the darkroom because it's fun to do.
But there was no darkroom at Skull. Was this photograph created by the spirit of a woman? Peter believes the answer to the mystery lies in the type of film they used.
With Polaroid, you have the direct development, so there's no darkroom involved. When you process it, you actually put it into a container that is full of a gelatinous chemical that gets spread onto the film evenly. And that is the chemical that develops the film, contains the dyes that causes the color, and so on. And so you have this jelly-like substance that's being spread over the film to develop it. You're cranking that through by hand or sometimes by motor. And depending on how you crank it, you can get different kinds of distortions and effects simply because it's so chemical.
Stop using crank.
In my mind, is what's happening in these photographs. All you're seeing are the chemicals, the way that they've affected the film as it's gone through. What is harder to explain are the actual faces of the images. They're not light effects. They're not chemical effects. They actually are, images of faces.
No, they're not.
It's just created.
My explanation for that would be that the film has been tampered with, and the film has been put through the camera, and these faces have been exposed into it prior to the supposed experiment. And then when it's processed, these show up, but they show up in this distorted fashion because of the chemical.
Then start using modern technology, you idiots.
Actually, it's quite easy. You can take a roll of film. I can take this sort of brand new roll of film. No one's ever done anything with it.
Nobody uses film anymore. Nobody.
I can put this film in the camera. I can shoot the roll of film. I can wind it back. And as I wind it back, I can leave the leader sticking out like this. And no one knows whether this film is exposed or not.
Peter believes he has solved the mystery. Telling the truth.
I don't think while the film was in the box.
That's why Kodak doesn't exist anymore.
Could have been created unless one believes in some sort of supernatural explanation.
Is this a woman?
Oh, God, you gotta be kidding me.
Robin Foy and his research team find proof of life after death at Skull.
You mean we can't use our cameras to take film anymore? No, you can't. Okay? No.
Whatever the truth is, this is weird, or what?
Start using digital photography, you idiots.
In Haiti, a man dies after a sudden and mysterious illness.
Oh, God, now they're going to start talking about my daughter.
18 years later, he returns from the grave. Could this prove that zombies exist?
No. Zombies don't exist. Neither do vampires.
The dictionary describes a zombie like this: the body of a dead person given the semblance of life, but made mute and willless by a supernatural force, usually for some evil purpose. Sounds like my bank manager.
God, man.
Shuffling cannibals.
Shatner cracks me up. I'm serious.
Outside of Hollywood.
William Shatner cracks me up. He's funny.
But none weirder than the tale of a man named Jarvis Narcisse. Wade Davis is an explorer and author. He investigated the case, which began in 1962 when Narcisse suddenly became violently.
Dad, don't you think this is funny?
I mean, the kind of
constellation of symptoms that he reported were so strange.
That's why we use digital media these days. We don't use film.
Although doctors work feverishly, it's too late to save the stricken Narcisse.
The death was witnessed by both the physicians and nurses and his own family members, and his sister had actually affixed her thumbprint to the death certificate, verifying that this was her brother. Her brother had died.
Devastated, family members say their final goodbyes. And Clavius is finally laid to rest.
You could go to his grave site where the slab of cement had been placed upon his grave shortly after his demise.
It should have been the last anyone heard of Clavius Narcisse. But 18 years later, something incredible will happen that ensures no one forgets his name. In 1980, Clavius' sister is going about daily chores in her family village. Suddenly, she sees something beyond comprehension. Standing before her is her deceased brother. Clavius Narcisse has risen from the dead.
He claimed that he was buried. He claimed that he was magically resuscitated by a sorcerer, and that led off to the north of the country where he had been working as a sort of a zombie slave for 18 years. Now, clearly there's no economic incentive to create an indentured force of labor.
Because he was an undercover agent. He didn't actually. I gave them to you. I gave them to you. I don't have them. I don't even have my car or dog. I gave them to you. I gave them to Mom.
In perpetuity into this state of kind of limbo. You're also said to be made a slave, and of course, given the colonial
A slave?
that combines to create a kind of.
She's got them. I don't have them.
It's almost worse than death because you lose your personal willpower and your physical freedom, and together that.
I'm not trying to take your stuff.
To make the plight of a zombie the worst possible.
Is this zombies?
The fear is not of zombies, as the movies imply, bad movies, but of becoming a zombie.
Oh, God, this is hilarious.